What happens when your landlord tries to evict you illegally but doesn't know you're a paralegal? My landlord Karen showed up at my door Tuesday morning with a fake eviction notice. She claimed I was being evicted for noise complaints, but I knew she just wanted me out so she could jack up the rent for new tenants. The whole building was getting the same treatment. You have 72 hours to vacate, she said, waving the papers like they were real legal documents. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. I looked at the notice. It was completely wrong. No court stamp, wrong formatting, fake legal language. She'd basically printed it at home using Microsoft Word. The font was even Comic Sans. This doesn't look official, I said, examining it closely. It's official enough. Pack your stuff or I'll have you removed by security. What Karen didn't know was that I work at Henderson & Associates law firm downtown as a paralegal. I spend my days preparing real eviction notices, court filings, and legal documents. This thing she handed me was laughable. I literally processed 20 legitimate evictions per week. I went to my computer and pulled up my state's landlord-tenant law. In my state, improper eviction notices can result in hefty fines, and the landlord has to pay the tenant's legal fees if they try to pursue fake evictions. The penalties are severe. I drafted a response letter using proper legal formatting. I just found stuff I'm set, didn't quite. I cited specific housing codes, included precedent cases, and made it clear that I understood exactly what she was trying to do. I also mentioned that attempted illegal evictions carry penalties of up to $5,000 per violation plus attorney fees. That night, I called my elderly neighbor, Mrs. Chen, who'd gotten the same fake notice. She was crying because she thought she'd have to move back to her daughter's cramped apartment. Mrs. Chen, that notice is completely fake. Don't worry, I'm handling this. The next day, Karen came back expecting me to be packing boxes. Instead, I handed her my response letter on official letterhead from my law firm. Her face went white as she read it. You can't fight this. I'm the property owner. Actually, I can, and I am. Your notice violates Housing Code Section 47833, lacks proper court authorization, contains fraudulent legal claims, and constitutes harassment under tenant protection laws. She started backing toward the door. You're bluffing. You don't know what you're talking about. I pulled out my business card from the law firm. Karen, I'm a paralegal specializing in housing law. I file these documents every day. Your fake eviction notice is going to cost you $5,000 when I file a complaint with housing court. The blood drained from her face. Wait, you work at Henderson & Associates, the same firm that handled the Morrison versus Slumlord Properties case last year. Ring any bells? That landlord tried the exact same fake eviction scheme. She knew that case. It was all over the local news. The landlord had to pay $15,000 in damages for illegal eviction attempts. Karen was practically stuttering now. Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here. Let's just forget the notice. Too late. I already filed the complaint this morning. You'll be hearing from housing court within 5 business days. She tried to grab the fake notice back, but I pulled it away. This is evidence now. I made copies. You can't do this to me. I'm just trying to run my business. Your business model is illegal tenant harassment. The housing authority is going to love hearing about this. 3 weeks later, I got a check for $5,000 from housing court. Karen also had to pay my legal fees, which came to another $2,800, and got slapped with a $10,000 fine from the housing authority for multiple violations. The best part, she can't raise my rent for 2 years due to the retaliation protection clause, and she had to send written apologies to every tenant she tried to fake evict. Mrs. Chen framed her apology letter. The judge said it was one of the most clear-cut cases of landlord fraud he'd seen all year. Karen literally tried to illegally evict a paralegal who specializes in housing law. She never showed her face at the building again after that. Word spread to other landlords in the area too. Sometimes karma just needs a little legal assistance.